This is Fee again. My last videos, my last two clips were of unboxing two customs. One was a wedding photo, which is a gift for a couple, and the other is a custom of when I went to South Africa. So the two customs I opened, one was a 60 by 90, which was a portrait, and this one that I've got here is a 60 by 100, which is landscape. So that is the picture of it there. Okay, what I have done, I've done the good old, here's what I prepared earlier. Instead of going right through everything, because there is 44 colours, what I have done is I have done a majority of the labelling and storage setup, but it's more I'll do towards the end. So I'll show you the process that I do for this one, because this one's not in my Elizabeth's bead storage. It's actually in the Craftmates. So what I have already done, I have already filled a large chunk, more than half filled the Craftmates with labels. So I'll just pull out. So what I have done is labels with their symbols on them. So I've done most of them, filled them up. I didn't see any point in just sitting there and filming all of them, because just to get to this stage, which is 6 of them done, it took me more than an hour to get there. So I thought I'd save some for the clip so that you could see the process that I go through. I have sorted what's left into numerical order. Oh, so, yeah, it is numerical order. I have worked out how much fits into the maximum that I can fit into one of these, which is 18 bags. So that's 1,800 drills, or 1,000, yeah, 1,800 drills. What I did was the drills that were above that of what I've got left over, I've actually put them in here. I just put the coating on them, and that I will keep in this one. Okay. So I've got the Dymo label maker, but I found that I was mucking around with that a lot. What I have done is I went and got the Xyron and using that. So this, I think I've shown it on, may have shown it on another clip. This is not battery operated. This is fantastic. What it is, if you actually stick that in there, making sure it is straight. It's not straight. Hang on. That's what happens when you try to put stuff on a camera. Sorry, bear with me while I get this right. It's not so bad because it's a short one, but that's basically straight in there. If you go here, there's actually a tag that you pull, and just by pulling that, the labels come through, and you tear it off. So what I've just done is I now have labels. Little instruction on there, rub and peel. That aside. So giving it a fair rub. So there's a clear plastic on top and there's paper on the back. What this is doing is putting a layer of glue directly onto the back of those labels. Okay, so peeling off the top plastic. Now I've got the labels with their symbols. Okay, with that, grab my X-Acto and my ruler, and I'm cutting right through. What I've done is make sure you're cutting through that paper, but not the first layer of paper. but try and avoid that second layer. Because getting them off is a little bit hard. And making sure you get right to the end. Whoops, there we go, I've just cut too deeply there. Deal with that when we get to it. Okay. Not happening. Go from the top. It's just easier. Gosh, come on, be nice to me. Okay. This is why I did some off camera. Got some of it done before I brought it on the camera. Sorry, covering it with my hand. I need to hold it steady. The ruler's just not cutting it. Well, the ruler's not holding it steady. The X-Acto is cutting it. Okay. I won't put the X-Acto out because the X-Acto is actually very handy for this step. I'm just realising that you're not really seeing it. Can't bring it down any further. There we go. So what I find with the X-Acto, what I do is get the blade underneath the label. Because I'm doing it on the camera, I'm doing it really awkwardly and lifting up. So my X-Acto's actually got hold of it. And the back of that is sticky now. And just popping it directly on. So as you can see, it's just a case of putting it on. This label maker, oh my gosh, brilliant, brilliant, really do recommend getting one of these. If you don't have a dymo, I'd recommend getting one of these instead of a dymo. However, I had already had a dymo when I saw this, and I thought about getting it and then decided, no, I won't get it, I won't worry about it. And in Australia we have Spotlight, and while I was in Spotlight looking for a few things, I actually walked past, and there you go, there's this big purple X, and I went, oh, that's where it is, and I went, okay, I'm obviously meant to have it, I'll buy that. Maybe I should just not go to Spotlight. Okie dokie. Oh, this is a bit of a... Oops, there we go. Is that annoying anybody with OCD that label is crooked? Okie dokie. Look at there. Three to go. I've actually got four containers left. I see a lot of these YouTube clips now where others are saying, you know, subscribe and like, which would be fantastic. I don't think I'm at that stage yet. This is just more for me, for fun, and just to help anybody out. It's one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube clips, was because I was watching everybody else. It's like, oh, well, I can do that. People like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. So they don't have to watch it. Okay, so that's those all labelled up. Okay, so with filling these, I think I've got 18 was what I got into each one of these. So process of opening is pressing that little button, and can you see? Yeah, you just see very slightly the purple moving, that little hole moving, and that's the release. I don't know about anybody else, but I find if I try and cut any more than 4 bags at a time, I've got no chance of getting these in there. And sometimes 4 bags, I tend to miss that top section. Okay. So that's 4. 8. 12. Okay, only 15 of this one. Okay, so I've just put 15 bags into that one. So if you see 15 bags, I've actually got room where I can fit, there's still room. But that's what 15 bags. So that's pretty good, pretty big storage in these. That is the reason why I went over these over the Elizabeth Ward storages, because even of the 4 sizes, you've got one at the smallest one sits 5, the second one sits I think probably 10, and then you've got and then the next one, the big ones fit 35 bags. Okay, hang on, I'm just working without thinking. 3041, yeah. So because this was so big, I knew that I needed bigger storage to be able to hold all of them. The Elizabeth Ward storage containers are great, fantastic. I've got them for all my other ones, but if you look at this, has got 44 colours. Most of these have taken more than 4 bags of colours. I've got a lot that have got more than 4 bags worth of colours, more than 5 bags of colours. So therefore, I really did need. Oops, it's not going down properly. Couldn't shut it. I got a little drill stuck in there. There we go. So yeah, I knew that I'd need probably 2 of the Elizabeth storage containers, 2 trays, as opposed to just having this one neat little book. So yeah, that's why I've done this one differently, because these are huge customs. The big customs, when you've got so many colours, so many drills, you just need the extra pockets, extra holders, storage containers. Okay. Looking at the time, I've been I'm on night shift tonight, and I'm nearly at the point where I should be climbing into bed. I should be having something to eat and then climbing into bed. I need to get about 4 hours. On what we call a swing night, I need about 4 hours sleep before I go to work. Whereas if I went night shift to night shift, I'd come home, get home 7 in the morning, 6:30, 7 in the morning, be up for a few hours, and I'd go to bed and I'd get 6 hours sleep as if I was on the normal night. So, yeah. But swing night, I get more sleep before I go to work, but overall, but that's because I've had 24 hours of not being at work. Okay, so that one's just about full. 3052. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I do my storage setup using the Craftmates. I'm actually yet again making sure I'm putting them in the right container. Really making sure. I have in this batch of drills, I have had two lots of oily drills. First time I've had to deal with oily drills. Now, YouTubing what people do with oily drills, because they weren't big quantities, I used the baby wipe method. So I poured them into the baby wipe, rubbed them around in the baby wipe. Then I poured them from the baby wipe into a paper towel and rubbed them. And a couple of minutes later, only took me about 5 minutes, and that small amount were good to go, good to put back in their container. You might see one of the things I have done. The other thing that we get is static drills, and if you actually look in the underside, I've already put dry sheets inside there for these static. I keep a little container with cut up dry sheets ready to go. So that when I'm doing this, I'm not having, if I cut up a couple of dry sheets, that's going to stay there. It's going to last for a little while. Yeah. So that's just a little thing I do that I've done. I don't think I've even emptied that container yet. No, I haven't emptied that container yet. So yeah, wait and see how that goes when I need to empty it. Actually, it's not closing. Must have a bead stuck there. Yep. 3371. So if anyone has a better suggestion on how to cut these bags open, I've tried the cutting open and pouring them into the tray and then pouring them in. Some cases I found it quicker, other days I found it not as quick. I suppose it all depends on how you feel on the day. But if anybody's got any suggestions for how to open these things easier, please post it down the bottom in the comments. And then not only will I get to see it and have a good idea, be able to do it quicker, other people may see it in your comments as well, in the comments, and you might help them out too. And in a way, that's what doing these YouTube is about. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and we share different ways. For anybody that's new coming in, it gives them the ability to really get out. It gives them, if they're watching YouTube, it gives them a bit more knowledge of how to tackle something. It's like disputes when you've got issues. You know, you're paying for a product, regardless of whether you're paying what it is you're paying for. So if you're buying something from any store anywhere, and that you've got an issue with that problem, with that product, do you turn around and go, nah, I'll live with it? Or do you go, I need this sorted out? Then you've got to look at whether it's actually a store you walked into or whether it's online. If you had a store down the road, 5 minutes away, if you were lucky, and you had stuff missing or incorrect, you would go to that store and ask them to sort it out straight there and then. Oh, that one's full. That being said, what's the difference from doing that online? Doing it online, you don't have to get out of your tracky dacks and your slippers. You can actually do it while you're still in your pyjamas if you so want to. The only thing that you need to be able to do is, a lot of them, for what I've seen and for what I've had to deal with so far, if you can actually send them, they need information like the code, like the piece of paper, the inventory, for those that provide an inventory. They need that because there's code details on those that help them locate where the issue arises. Because our stores, wherever they aren't just in America or in Australia, they're in China. And you'll find that there's a lot of areas in China. So although a company you might have one company, will actually have, you know, different factories across China, 2 or 3 different factories that are consigned to do their diamond paintings and dispatch their diamond paintings. Whereas, you know, as opposed to just only having the one store. You know, you stop and think about China and how many factories they have and how cheap we get some of these things. You know, we hear you guys in the US going, you know, $12, $13, $14 for, you know, a reasonable sized diamond painting. Stop and think about the Chinese labour that goes into that. You know, how many factories are competing for that business? And once you give them the coatings that they require, they're able to track down which actual factory supplies the goods. And therefore, one, get the right batches and all that to fix things. And 2, they can get there and go, well, you guys aren't doing a good job. We're not going to use you as a company anymore. And therefore, hopefully, providing us, the customer, better products. You know, if they consistently have one of their companies that supplies the drills giving oily drills, if you don't tell them, they can't address the issue. They can't contact the company and go, where are you getting your drills from? You need to clean your act up, get better drills. Because the only way things get fixed up in business is if people, not necessarily complain, but it's what it's called. They raise a complaint, raise a dispute, and hey, if you're sitting at home in your tracky dacks, having a computer on is no big issue. Use your phone, take a picture, email the picture to your computer and send it off that way. It's worth it. Right. Thankfully, as yet, I haven't. I've got like this customer. I've got a little bit of a glue issue on a small section. By the look of it, it's too much glue. But once I actually I'll look at that closer, and I'll decide whether I'm going to lodge a dispute on that one. Yeah. But yeah, it's if you're not happy with something, it's not a case of whinging. I mean, we can get there and say, oh, well, you know, I give these, I rate these guys a 4 out of 5 or a 3 out of 5 or a whatever. If you've got a dispute, raise it with them directly. If they're still not responding, that's when you want to put it on social media to say, hey, they're not responding. They need to be held accountable. And I don't want anybody else getting, if you're getting bad service, bad quality, you don't want anybody else getting that same bad service. So you want to, do something there. But give the company, before you really rubbish them though, give the company you're purchasing from a chance. If you don't get a response, then go social media. But wait for them to at least give them a chance to respond. Because, just looking at this packaging, just wondering whether they're oily, but they're not. Okay, 3838. 2 colours left, 3 colours left to go. Oh. Gosh, I'm trying to cut through a bead by the feel of that. Do. No, they were good drills. 3860. So yeah, so far I've only gone. I haven't done a lot of diamond painting as yet. I'm new, very new to doing this. So I haven't used AliExpress yet. Okay. AliExpress is like the middleman for a lot of the companies, which in a way is good for many reasons. But on Facebook we see all these ads on Facebook of different companies for saying, showing their wares, showing their products on Facebook to try and get you to buy. That's where I first saw diamond painting, was through a Facebook ad. I did come across them in Spotlight, where I walked into the store and I brought one to give it a try, to see what it was like. Obviously, first one, did it, loved it, haven't looked back. But I'm in the process at the moment where I want to purchase. I want to purchase from those ones that advertise on Facebook. Ahead of everybody else, just because you're dealing direct with those companies. I don't know what it is. I might go AliExpress. I hear people talking about Evermore and being so wrapped with Evermore, which I'm getting there going, I'd like to give them a go. If I could actually find Evermore online outside of AliExpress, I probably would have ordered from them by now. I just struggle with going through a website where you have to filter and filter and filter to get to a product. It is like eBay, even Amazon's not too bad, but Amazon fits into that category, where you actually have to do so many filters to get something, and I don't like having to do that. That's a personal preference. Wish, I've used Wish. I use Wish a lot, actually. Get disappointed a lot with Wish, but I also get some good stuff on Wish. But Wish, if I type in the search diamond painting, it gives me mostly diamond paintings, whereas in AliExpress, if I type in diamond painting, I get so much and I'm not able to filter. The filtering has got me not knowing what I want to look at. I don't have specific pictures I want to see. I might get down, like one of my sons, I might look for fantasy stuff for one of my sons. And on AliExpress, I find it too hard to actually look for diamond drills, fantasy, and yeah, it's just me just having a whinge on that one. That's not me putting complaining, that's me having a whinge and it's explaining why I'd rather not use a store like AliExpress. And yeah, having to do filter after filter after filter and still, yeah, still not happy with it, with having to do that. Okay, so I now have my Durban, I call it my Durban photo because it was a photo I was taken in the Botanical Gardens, Durban in South Africa. I have all of these are in here now. Just pop those in there and those in there. Okay, so I have my Craftmates lockable. It is now all good to go. I do have that one extra container, so put that aside. They are basically all of mainly blacks. So what I will do now is close that. Actually, I just want to open a bit. The label, I want to get the label out of here. You never get these things. Everything's just falling out. Okay. Come on, up, up, up. Up, up. There we go. Oh, my plastic controls, my plastic sleeves are falling out. Should have done it while it was closed up like that. Okay, so I have another go at getting that. Take these out, and I stop worrying about it falling out. So, recapping on these, you fit about 18 into the storage, and that's how we do it. 18 into the beads. What I am doing here is on that label that fits into the back, Durban 60 by 100, and oh, did I throw it out? I think I did. Hang on, I'll find my picture. Oh, I did. I threw it out. Okay, okay. Okay. The good old aqua glue. Make sure I put it the right way. Whoops. Lid back on. Just can't get it right. I just fiddle with things too much. That way, there we go. So now what I've got on there is the size, and then all the colours in here. So hopefully you got some enjoyment out of that if you're watching these because you're waiting for your own China mail. I hope I've helped you with your withdrawal symptoms. Because when I'm waiting for China mail, it's YouTube to help me with my YouTube helps me with my addiction there. Something I didn't show is I actually have one sleeve, one of these. That's purely the 310. Whole and solely. The only things that are in there are the 310s. So yeah, and fullers are good with the paper in there. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching. Hopefully, yeah, as I said, got some enjoyment out of it. But that now sit on the bookshelf, all clipped up, ready for me to start my custom. Once I get my the current work in progress stuff. Okay, so till next time. See you later. Bye.